Good morning, Bulldogs. Welcome to Bulldog Books. We are going to get started with our nonsense words. So, you guys remember how this works? Miss Sunshine has her timer and she is going to pull up our nonsense words. Now, if you read all the words on the page and there's still time left in the minute, start over and then you just have to pay close attention to where you end when the minute is over so that you can count all the words on the page and then add any additional words once you start it over. So let me pull up our nonsense words. Okay, no, but you guys know this takes me just a second. Are you ready? Readers, get set and go. And stop. Now is the part where you will pause the video, count how many words you read total, and then compare it with the number that you read last time. Okay, literary friends, we are going to move on to our book. And I like this book because it's about a girl who she reminds me a lot of me. Like sometimes sitting still can be hard for some of us. And the character in this book, Rose, she kind of has that problem. So the title of our book is Wild Roses Weaving. It's by Ginger Churchill, and it was illustrated by Nicole Wong. So you are going to read to me today, and we're going to start with this first page and see what characters we can identify in this book. Are you ready? Let's begin. And this vocabulary word right here, loom, let's see if we can, later on in the story, if we can identify exactly what a loom is. I can tell you this, a loom is a noun. Now, what is a noun? Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. Okay, let's move on to our next page. Ready? Begin. So far we have seen two characters in this book. Let's see who they are. We have Wild Rose, and then let's take a look at this illustration on this page. You see this tool that Grandma is using? Grandma is the other character. So we have Wild Rose and Grandma. And do you remember when I asked you if you knew what a loom was? So Grandma is stringing some strings onto this frame, and that is a loom. Let's read this page. So this warp is the string that she's using on her loom. Now this page. Oh, let's read this one. Grandma's still working. Looks like Wild Rose is having quite a fun time. And why is this sheep wearing a scarf? I don't know. You see the pretty pattern in Grandma's rug that she was able to weave? Let's read this page. Oh, and what do you see Grandma seeing out the window? We've seen a couple of settings in this book. I love this book because it has such beautiful imagery. Imagery is where an author paints pictures, but not with a paintbrush and paint. They paint them with their words. And the sequence of the story, I kind of want to talk a little bit about what the order of the story was. So at the very beginning, Grandma asks Rose, Wild Rose, to come and do what? She says, "Come in, come here. I'm gonna teach you how to weave." And then what happened next? Did Rose sit down and do what her grandmother asked? No, Rose went off and she was playing. We know she scared the sheep. She watched a storm. There were all kinds of things that happened. And all the while, what was Grandma doing? She was weaving on her loom using her warp two really good vocabulary words that we learned today. And then what happened at the very end of this story? Did Wild Rose learn how cool weaving can be, how we can paint pictures and feel peace with string and thread? There's lots of ways to create, and I hope while you have this time, I hope you are finding ways of creating all on your own. Thanks for reading with me today. See you next time on Bulldog Books.